All right, Jeffrey, tell me what you're doing over here.
Well, for the last week, I've been trying to figure out how to drill into these metal pipes with the right drill bit, and I just kept burning every drill bit up completely, even melting it and turning it into an S shape.
Because he's so strong.
But I couldn't find anything online about what I'm doing here. But I finally figured out oil or water, and I used oil, just vegetable oil, and this seems to
Actually,
work pretty good.
Poppy did suggest oil.
Oh yeah, actually, you may have said that. Actually, Julie, you may have mentioned that, and then yeah, because someone had told me water, pour water on it. So, which actually I did do with
The
one.
oil worked better though.
Oh yeah, by far, definitely.
So you poured your footers over here. We found a short yard truck. And how deep were your footers that you poured there?
Um, they're probably about anywhere from 18 to 22 inches deep,
And then how much rebar did you put in there?
and they're about that wide too. They're about anywhere from 18 to 22 inches or so wide. It has pillars, two pillars driven down at angles in the sticking up into it with rebarb, and then just poured it and had some basic forms on there. Try to get it level.
And then I put some burlap sacks on there and kept it wet the first 3 days so it would cure. It'll be like 50% harder if you do it that way. And
Did you
then we,
grab the other
mm-hmm,
side?
yeah. And then we got these metal um, beams just down the road. And then we couldn't find, I mean, this is some thick wood. I mean, if you look at my finger, it's like, what, a little over 2 inches?
Yeah, it's just a little bit over 2 inches, and then it's about 12 inches and a quarter wide. So
So
it's
you can't get that at a regular Home Depot or lumber store. So where'd you find these?
I may move this one to the end because it's so warped this way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Um, these were out in East Texas in Alba,
Alba, Texas.
and it's a place that makes their own creosote and CCA boards, and they have their own mom and pop mill that cuts the wood for them.
Otherwise, you just can't get it that thick. And I mean, how many years do you think that'll last?
It's supposed to last like 50 years.
How far apart did you space these I beams?
The I beams are about 24-inch centers,
And
a
what
little
size
less than 24-inch centers.
what size pipe are these right here?
Those are scheduled 40, 2 3/8 inch pipe,
How many or what's the spacing on that?
16-inch centers, almost fit perfectly,
All right,
all the
cool,
way on two end caps.
awesome.
They're just welded on there with angle iron on each one. And this whole thing is really just floating here.
It's welded there.
It has some pilings driven down that it will press into, and it literally could float up and sit back down.
And then you did have to. There's like a couple spots here. You had to put a couple shims, right?
Yeah.
Like just right under that one I beam there where you're at. It was like wasn't 100% flush
Well,
on
yeah, it
there.
wasn't 100% level, and when we welded the pipes on, it literally pulled the I-beam level. And so it pulled it off the ground here and here, and we had to shim it
We tried to get
with
them at
metal
Home Depot.
shim.
And it was like $40 for aw shim. So then you went to just that metal place, and they were what, $2?
It was, no, it was, Home Depot was 3-inch by 36-inch plate that we'd have
Okay,
to
yeah,
cut
yeah.
for $40. But yeah, but they had a 4x4 squares for $2 a piece.
Cool.
So it was way cheaper at the metal supply.
All right, we'll show you all the finished product when we're done later.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this one.